good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jet sweep to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing here, Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now, if they look at 3rd down, that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Runs over it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease, it bursts through it for a solid game.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49ers 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Dalton's going to sneak it, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Dalton scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. McCaffrey running up the middle. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. A man who played collegiately here in Louisiana, Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. That's pulled in at the 32. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got to stop CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Dalton. On a slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 7-yard line.
Kamara trying again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Purdy to throw it on first down. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Oh, able to avoid him. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 19-yard line.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
With it on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because You know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw again on second down. Dalton. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, this is nothing more than a simple screen pass, but he does a really nice job of showing patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him. And he turns it into really nice yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They give to Ingram up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them.